Hello and welcome. It's FormulaXbox. It's Season 4 and it's Round 10 and we're here in Germany at the Nürburgring. And it's a decidedly wet Nürburgring, as you can see. Rain falling and it's heavy rain. So, drivers on the wet compound tyre. As we see Pro Racing in P5, it's AlexStoppXbox on pole and it's XboxGamingAFR in second. XboxGamingAFR on the back of his amazing debut in the 50% race. We've got 5 lights. And we're away in Germany, and Insignia's got off to a poor start. Looks like the leading two have got off to a decent start, as Sam in P3, Pro Racing in P4, StoppMat in P5. So, who's going to have a go into turn 1? Looks like Pro Racing out and outside. XboxGamingAFR has gone deep, so he's going to lose out a lot of ground there, and AlexStoppXbox inherits the lead. So, Pro Racing in third, was now in second, because he's alongside Sam, the two dicing it out on this first lap here. Sam still holding out around the outside. Pro Racing still holding out around the outside of the head through the complex, and Pro Racing with a bit of oversteer on the exit, but that's not slowing him down. He takes P2. So Sam's respective now from the start, and we'll see that excellent battle once again between him and Pro Racing side by side for the majority of the first sector there. So brilliant stuff from them, as we see XboxGamingAFR again just gets way too deep into the corner, misjudges how wet the track is when he gets down there. You see Sam getting it all crossed up on the exit, gives Pro Racing the invitation to go have a go down the inside, and the two line astern as they head through the complex, and Pro Racing just about, as it you see Sam gets all crossed up on the exit, and that just gives Pro Racing the advantage he needs just to snatch that position. So we see Insignia now after a terrible start, and it was connection issues by the looks of it, just correlation with the lights, and everyone got away before he did. So it's going to be that demoralising feeling when every single car is going to pass you. I think he's going to end up right at the back of the field by the end of this, and indeed he does. But how much ground can he make up now into turn 1? As you see XboxGamingAFR going wide, giving Insignia another position as the 3 go into turn... Oh dear. Yep, 3 into 1 just doesn't go, and Insignia, the party there that ended up worse off, as we see spun round total 360, and now it's got a lot of work to do in difficult conditions. So he's going to need to set some rapid pace if he wants to get any points out of this. As we see Legion's start was also compromised by similar connection issues to Insignia's, but nowhere near as bad as see Legion actually passes Insignia on the run down to turn 1. But the Mercedes did fight back valiantly in the end, but unfortunately, as we see from here, it was Legion on the outside. We won't see from there because we cut away a bit sharpish, but it was Legion on the outside, and I believe it was StoppMat on the inside, and 3 into 1. One person at least is going to lose out there, as we see Hamilton fan also spun around. So I don't know whether that was related to the incident between the 3 of them there, but certainly 2 cars spinning at the start there, so Force India and Mercedes off to a pretty poor start. As we see Legion now up in P6, and he's got on. Oh, he's lost it on the curb, and he's going to keep out the wall. Is he? No, but he's just about got away with no damage there, and whew, good job he ghosted. I thought it was going to be a massive accident there. But Legion now got a lot of work to do from there, and we see Pro Racing also making a mistake into turn 1. He's gone far too deep into there, got out on the paint, and he's, well, losing out on a number of positions here. He's back down behind his teammate now. It looks like Insignia could come back through as well. So after his terrible start, Insignia is now ahead of Pro Racing, who was up in second after lap 1. So poor start for Insignia, and poor start for Pro Racing after that accident. So Sam on the outside, battling now with XboxGamingAFR. He's been in a few battles and a few scrapes so far as Sam. He's into another one there as him and XboxGamingAFR make contact on the exit of the hairpin. Nothing too much to talk about, but a little bit of nudging from the two of them there. You see Elusive Kev taking a trip into the gravel trap, not the fastest way around the hairpin, as he drops back behind Legion. So Legion now on the back of Drastic Midget. Can he make a position up? And Drastic Midget's got it all crossed up on the exit of 1. So Legion's made up 2 positions now without having to do too much work since his little debacle on the exit curb of turn 9, sorry. And so Sam in P3 behind XboxGamingAFR, and in the Marussias getting it all wrong there into the chicane. And so into the last chicane now, we've got Insignia and StoppMat battling it out, and StoppMat's just about come off best there, and Pro Racing's picked up the pieces as Insignia made the contact. So Ferrari's line astern now in P6 and P7, and Insignia losing out there, as we see Pro Racing's perspective of that incident now. Sam and Insignia getting very close for company on the in the hairpin, in the chicane there, I should say. And Pro Racing just the beneficiary there, making up the position in P7. So he's now behind his teammate StoppMatt, and he's making progress, you have to say, after his incident at turn 1 where he just went way too deep and ended up in the gravel trap. So Ferrari recovering, as we see Hamilton fan who's also recovering well now. And StoppMatt goes around the outside. That was pretty audacious, wasn't it? He's pulled off an absolute cracker of a move there. Maybe not quite as good as his move on Hamilton fan in Australia, but certainly one for the scrapbook there, as we see two cars going sideways, cycle swishing at StoppMatt, and there's more contact there. They just can't seem to get away from each other there like magnets. And Hamilton fan's been the beneficiary there, picks up P6 after all that. So we see P6 and P7 now, StoppMatt and Pro Racing, and Pro Racing's up the inside coming into the final corner, and Pro Racing has got the move done there. So Pro Racing now hunting down Hamilton fan, who's in P6, and Ferraris are battling seemingly everyone today, including themselves. As we see now in P6, is StoppMatt going to have another go on Pro Racing? Pro Racing's gone deep, and StoppMatt's not going to give up that invitation, and so they've changed positions again, the two Ferraris, and it's StoppMatt now back into P6, Pro Racing in P7. As we see now, the positions have switched again, as don't know where StoppMatt's gone, but Pro Racing certainly knows where he's going. He's up the inside of Hamilton fan into turn 1. Has he got the move done? A lovely block pass there, and job done for Pro Racing. Up into P5, great recovery, becomes an even better recovery with that move, and so Hamilton Legion now in P8, Drastic Midget in P9, and Drastic Midget is going to say thank you very much there as Legion gets all crossed up on the exit of turn 1. And is he going to be able to keep this move going, Drastic Midget? Legion's going for the cutback, and he's going to go for the cutback again, I feel, as he's going to have the inside now, as Drastic Midget, no he's not, because he's not got good enough traction out of there, but he might have a go anyway, because he's got good slipstream on Drastic Midget. Legion up the inside into the fast chicane of turn 5 and 6, and has he got it done? He's still on the outside. Legion's got good traction out of there though, that's all he needs, because he's ahead of Drastic Midget now in P9, the Red Bull, P8 for the Williams. And so AlexStoppXbox, we haven't seen much of him yet, race leader on lap 12, he's got on the paint, he's not going to get this slowed down, you know, he's into the gravel trap. And how big's his margin over James Lang, because J Lang's coming up fast. As you can see on the mini-map, he's just about around turn 1. I think he's going to take the lead here. He has indeed. So, drama here in the Nürburgring. We cut to the last lap. AlexStoppXbox, now a man under pressure, needs to try and get past the Williams if he can. His tyre wear's okay. James Lang's lost it. And AlexStoppXbox takes the lead of the race again. Fantastic stuff here. So it's AlexStoppXbox who takes the win. After all that, certainly not the easiest drive for him in the end. It seemed to be pretty comfortable for him out front until he made that uncharacteristic error. As you can see, AlexStoppXbox wins from J Lang in 2nd, Sam in 3rd, Insignia in 4th, and Pro Racing in 5th. So Insignia and Pro Racing made great gains there after their early incidents. And so I'll leave you with the race winner once again. Didn't make it easy for himself, AlexStoppXbox.